going from a service model to a product model?
We do service, but we take the products and we totally apply everything we have learned, the process, the implementation, the templates, and totally customize the software. We go in as a consulting delivery for a few months, and then we would run the entire operation. So it will still be the same kind of, but much more heavily automated. We have a great infrastructure in place. So if somebody calls up for any of the health admin services anywhere in the country, not only we know where to recruit people, we can also tell you how your current process is run, how the future process, what is the ideal situation, where the gaps are. We can do the entire process for it in place.
Won't the sequester actually be an opportunity if you can if somebody can outsource to you and you can do it less expensively than?
The sequester could go either way, nobody knows. But what is happening is, all the big ones, they're lowering their margin. I cannot compete with less than, like last year I had 8 million, this year like 12 million. I cannot compete with all the big ones because they can go without a break even. We cannot.
Existing non-DoD customers, what are the opportunities to pitch more to them? Are there, certain places that you're already working with that you just haven't been either spending the time or haven't had the resources to be able to focus on building more business from existing customers that haven't been as important to you in the past?
Since we do a lot of things on compliance and HIPAA, privacy, security, we did a lot of EDI for 5010. ICD-10 was another thing which was going to come in. We hired a lot of people. And when the government moved the date, we got burnt. Okay? Really burnt very badly because the government moved the date to 2014. So in order to pitch, mistakes made was only go after the compliance thing or maybe to go after everything. So we went after low-lying fruit, which I think all the CEOs would agree that go after the low-lying fruit, and that's what we did with the compliance thing of ICD-10. And we never pitched other services. That was a mistake made, I'm not denying it. What we did was, I realized it last year, that I think all of us are kind of a lonely people at the CEO at the top. People tell us what we want to hear, people don't tell us what we don't want to hear. Okay, I think we all agree. And when I made that mistake and I realized it, that's when I realized I need somebody above me. Forget about my management team or anybody. I need somebody to tell me what I don't want to hear. I selected a board of advisors, okay? And they're just on the initial phone calls and everything, the kind of things what they have told me, it has opened my eyes into totally something else. Last week, there was a big conference in New Orleans about healthcare, HIMSS, attended by more than 34,000 people. I've been attending that for about 20 years. This was the first time I went with a different mindset, to open my eyes and my ears to totally different things.
What are some of your competitors doing that you're not and that you want to consider?
I talked to 3 of my competitors last week because when you go to a conference, you get a chance to talk to everybody. I talked to them and everybody's complaining, okay, but at the same time, they're just saying that just play along and break even, and then how much they can cut with the hospitals. And then when things start improving after 2016, 17, that's where we catch up. But I told them, when you have a deficit of 16 trillion, things are not going to improve. Everybody's going after volume. Okay, like last year, the market in my size for the Air Force and Navy was 132 million. That's what the total number of contracts were awarded. We were number 2. Okay, everybody wants to go like, big companies can afford to go, like, get 50, 60 million and have a less than 0.5%, 1% because they're going after the volume. That's what everybody's trying to go for. We are trying to be cautious, a little bit conservative because I'm seeing writing on the wall and that's what I'm starting to get out of.
Do you think that the employee base that you currently have, the 170 odd employees in different states and countries, are equipped to help you make a shift to non-DoD business?
They cannot, because most of the employees I have, if you ever worked in a hospital, okay, the mindset is so different. Once you are there inside the hospital, you forget the entire world. I don't know about other industries because I have not worked in other industries, okay? I always worked in healthcare ever since I started out of college and digital equipment. And they are there, but I have trained them. We provide excellent service, so I'm using them as a reference all over the place. So let's say we had a question about certain issues, I know whom exactly to call, hey, how would you resolve this issue? So they help me with questions and answers, but that's the maximum.